Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ynyr. I'm devastated right now. I want to say I'm sorry to Nancy Guthrie's family. Yeah, I'm sorry that she had been abducted and that you guys are going through what you're going through. Not sure about a lot of things, but try to help out where I can. Just general knowledge things and things that the spirit tells me. Because as a verse said, don't withhold from doing good for somebody when it's in the power of their hand to do so. So I'm doing what I can. I like to help people. I'm going through some things myself, but I still lend my hand out to others because I would want somebody to be there for me when I need. So I'm just searching, and there's some things that came to my attention when it comes to this Nancy Guthrie case. It was somebody said that it could have been this her son-in-law, right? And I think that it was too, but with the catch, honestly, because is my mic on? I gotta make sure my mic on.
Let me see if I can find the video of them.
Let me see. So my mic ain't. Mic check one. Okay, it's on. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. So I can't go live on YouTube right now because I haven't been live yet. So I have to wait 24 hours, but I feel like this is urgent, and I feel like if I got information, or I need to put it out. So, uh,
Vienna Zip Sandoval, born in 2012, Hispanic female, black shirt, blue pajama pants. CMP is in a Ynyr separated, but she's kicking the walls and rocks in the direction of the vehicle, refusing to go with them. You know what? Actually, a lot of this stuff has been put on. You guys might have. I just remember they are actually kind
I
of.
don't know, I don't know, but they gonna. I don't want nobody. I need to clip that out. I think I don't want nobody saying that getting. I wish I could cut. Let me cut that out real fast. I don't want no problems. Got enough of those. Dang. Well, I'll get it next time. But anyway, let me get down to it. See where that Nancy Guthrie case at? That video I seen with the ring bell. Okay. Wait. I thought it might pop up. I mean, big enough. Didn't think I'd have to do that.
But I want to bring in ring.
Very important.
I just need the raw. Oh yeah, about that too. That it don't.
These videos and a lot of the cases we've seen, like in the Brown school shooting, where the community request went out, and that did help.
Credits to CBS News.
In the right direction of the suspect.
So what I'm hearing is that you can't talk about whether you're assisting, but it sounds like if you are asked, you do assist, correct?
We certainly, not only do we assist.
That guy right there, that's a whole different guy. That ain't the same guy right there.
Work with our customers, and again, it's a privacy protected way. So we are protecting our customers' privacy, but
his
we
body
also
built a little different.
Police can efficiently go out and ask this. Imagine, this. You're saying this might be 5 miles from the Guthrie's house. Imagine how hard it is for them to go out and talk to people, to knock on doors, and try to get the video.
No,
so
he ain't even got no gloves on.
Like the alerts to be able to talk to and ask neighbors for this. And we need our neighbors to feel comfortable that their privacy is protected, but also that they can help share and hopefully, again, lead to us. All we're doing for families. And the dog feature, Search Party for Dogs, was built on a custom AI that literally only can look for dogs. The next thing we are working on is cats. So that is the next piece we're looking at.
Okay, but the key piece right now is we're looking for a backpack. We're looking for a suspect. Can you help in any way with AI in features like that, or do you plan to?
I think the best thing is
aiding law enforcement.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to aid law enforcement is for us to allow law enforcement to ask our customers to get our Ring customers, other customers with video cameras to supply that to the police, and then let them look through the video and do their job. So I think that's like the thing that we should do as a company.
I thought the same thing. Look at the Ring cameras down the street. Next door, then next door, next door. Go to that time. Anybody with a Ring bell, anybody with a camera. FBI need to do their job and stop sitting there. Because that's what they doing. Everybody in this world, you know how rich that neighborhood is, that woman in? Everybody got a Ring bell. Everybody got cameras. They could go to every house on that street. It's been 4 weeks. They could have been to every house and got every Ring bell, everything up the street, followed that damn car for 4 weeks straight. Camera lights, traffic lights, everything. They could have them if they want. It's something. It's corruption. That's what it is. That's what I think. But I'm not sure, so I'm not going to just throw that out there like that. Fuck around and get in trouble or something. It's crazy. Some people don't care. But some people do. And I'm one of the ones that care. Oh, when it comes to the Ring bell, though, honestly, I do think it was her son-in-law, though. I think he did it, but I don't think he the mastermind. Okay, since they brought that to my attention, I'm gonna bring it to y'all's. It's one thing about the shorts. Can you put these in big? Like, can I full screen this? That's the only thing about the shorts when I'm on my laptop that I don't like.
So let me get this shit straight.
But I love YouTube. Yeah. All right. So I hope y'all can see this. He gave her time to call the police. Lord, please don't let nobody kill these folks for what I'm doing. For some reason, just in the back of my mind, I hear just like a gun clutch, it's crazy. I just think somebody gonna kill him for me doing this, and it don't make no sense at all. You see, he rang that doorbell. And he was faking like he was putting his hand up there. I think that really is him. And I can tell by the mustache. He clipped up his mustache too and dyed it. Watch when you look up in the light. He's scared. I think he's forced to do that. Just by the way he moving. Just by the things that he doing. Honestly, I think he really. But I don't want to say too much. Honestly, I shouldn't. I'm going through shit myself, and I don't want to be popped. I mean, you could just tell it's him. I mean, he's in trouble, though. Where he at anyway? Have anybody even heard from him? Where is he? Have anybody seen him? Because if he's anywhere to be seen, he might be in trouble. Let me see. Oh, it was it. They said they found a note, too. Somebody from Mexico seen him in Mexico. Them people in Mexico with Nancy. That was Chris, I think. He was last seen on January 31st. Okay, that what Google says. So wait a minute, that ain't Google. That Bing. No, he couldn't have been last seen on January 31st if they said they questioned him. Where is he at today? Oh, okay. That's him. That's definitely him. That's his whole demeanor. That's his whole swag. And he died it. And another thing that got me too when I thought about the mustache, if I can, real fast, just.
But I want to bring in Ring founder and chief inventor Jamie Siminoff.
Let's get right to it, Matt. You're looking at the doorbell cam video, your specialty. You are an expert in this field. Breakdown, first of all, because we have a lot of people asking how we're
in their backpack and they killed the Wi-Fi signal, even if they had a subscription.
They said he had on a pinky ring.
This 16 terabytes portable solid-state drive.
Stay with me here. We just received new video that actually shows this subject right here on the screen approaching the home of Nancy Guthrie. Watch this with me, Kelly, if you can. You can see his head.
Is that a flashlight? What's that light? Okay, so y'all take a look at this clip right here. There's no light in the background, right? Ain't no light back there in the background. But when you go to pick up the grass, there's a light flash. That's why I'm thinking this guy is a victim as well as a suspect. And I'm thinking it may be her son. If not, then the other saying still maybe. I mean, you know, the other theory, I guess, may still be true. I apologize if I'm blaming this man and it ain't him. But I'm not. I don't mean to blame him. I really think it is. Honestly, I do.
Appears to be bent, bowed over. He's looking down at the ground.
Okay, that's that video. I have not seen that. Let's see if they're gonna show the rest of it, or they just gonna show that part. Okay, that's enough of that.
We're going to go back to our developed story in
Okay, here we go.
the neighborhood of Tucson, which is important because then we wouldn't find them in the various areas on the highways or the traffic cameras, etc. Now, if that's the case, right, you release this image and a real concentrated approach to neighbors, and they might say, well, I saw the kid across the street or the husband down the way, and maybe it becomes something like that.
Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Y'all think he hitting us out right now? Like, telling us where this guy was at? Right there in that picture? Like, this guy is smart. I think this guy is super smart. Like, I don't know if he's like, I don't understand. I don't know whose side I'm on right now. Honestly, just watching that video and seeing this, I'm thinking he's telling them that it was somebody else in that location. So now I'm gonna look at it like it was somebody else, whether nobody else sees and thinks it's true or not. That would set me apart. No light. And when he goes to pick up the grass to cover the thing up, and he getting out the way right now. He got a gun, a sniper probably. What would you do if it was a sniper? You get down, right? Boom, light pops on. Sniper in the back with a flashlight, huh? Or is that a flashlight? Or is that what is that? I wish I could circle. Let me screenshot it for y'all guys right fast. I'm not really sure how to do it. I think it's a shift open. I think I just hit that right there. Oh no, that ain't it. I'm sorry, I'm very tech savvy, but when it comes to new stuff, I have to figure it out. Okay, there we go. Okay. Circle this right here. I'm pretty sure y'all found it by now. But I'm gonna still circle it if I can get to it. Let's see. Okay, Facebook kind of made using this a little complicated. There's too much going on here. It's too complicated to use. It's just way too complicated. It's like it's all jumbled up and bunched up. I see live, dashboard, and video, and feature checklist, polls, comments, all at the same time. Come on, man. Give me a break. And the box is so little, it don't make sense. I'll get to them later. Anyway, I wish I could circle it though. But if you could look, I can't. I don't really think I can. I wish I can show a picture. Maybe I can put it in the comments. If you guys can see it, I know y'all guys know the light. You put it in the comments for me, please. I think I got other things to discuss, but I ain't got nothing but time. Yeah, there's definitely a sniper back there. So it's somebody who's capable of getting snipers, buying snipers, plotting. I'm thinking that was him. I mean, if he say anything, they gonna kill him. So they let him go so he wouldn't, be seen as a suspect. And also, where is he when all these people is together? You got Savannah, you got Annie, and you got the military man. No spouses are like ever around when they talking. It don't make sense to me. If you think if you just lost your mama to a abductee or something, I want to always be there. Go to work. I gotta be there for this news meeting today. My mama. But nobody ever there. No spouses. It don't make sense. Anyway, I don't have time to spend on this. More importantly, the people who need to see this will see it. Because I'm pretty sure that the government is watching everything that's being posted to Nancy Guthrie. Even if it do seem nonsensical, they can just bypass it. However, anyway, back to the video. I sure wish I could. Oh, I got my mouth on. I forgot that I want to be a little bit more professional instead of doing all this. But that's it right there, y'all guys. Right there. It popped on. Now let me back up a little bit and come back. Okay, there we go. What are you getting? What is he doing? That's what they may have thought. And then he flashed the light, so they must have put their hand in front of it or something, like go, or like hurry up, or something like that. If y'all can see it flash, the way I can see it flash. See it? There it is, in the flash. Boom. We got another one. This guy's good. I think he's on her side, but I could be wrong, and I don't want to be wrong, because I don't want to be looked at like I'm all on here taking this man's side when I really ain't. This guy's a suspect, and he's a suspect until proven innocent. I think what I'm making out of this is the finger movement is boom, trigger finger. If you can watch it, the trigger finger. Then the point, like, finna kill you. And the grass is the flowers over the grave. Eye covering. This man is good. Now that light. Remember we seen that light earlier? Maybe that's part of it too. Maybe he let her know from the jump. This guy's got a gun. Now his flashlight is on in his mouth. See it? What's the point? He's just gonna go in and grab her anyway. They know she by herself. So why cover that up? He got a mask on. He got gloves on. He's telling us something, definitely. Well, not us. He was telling her. And when he came up to that doorbell at first, remember? Some power in them somewhere, man. Somebody got something going on. Now we may okay. So they're 4 hours away. They live 4 hours away. Which means it would have took 4 hours for them to get there, to get back there. And they went out to eat with the daughter. With Annie, Tomasa, and Annie and Miss Nancy. They went out to eat. I'm thinking he might have got abducted, forced to give all this, dress up and put on mask and all that good stuff, and forced to go and grab him. I'm thinking he thought of that real quick. I smell drama. I smell band all over this guy though. I'm a music director myself. I smell a musician all on him. Especially when performing. Look at all that blood.
We remove biological evidence, prints, DNA, whatever. All of that was removed and sent to the lab.
18 days into the investigation, and still no DNA matches from evidence found inside Nancy's home.
Now, another thing, when it comes to that blood, I wondered if they did a separate swab for every single drop. That would have been like, what, 30 minutes, 45 minutes right there. and they say all of it's mixed up. I don't understand how all of it's mixed up when you can just get a sample of every single drop. All of it can't be that damn mixed up. It's got to be one single little drop there that they can go and get, and go and get the water, put the little water on, and go and get the blood.
Investigators have started using the investigative genetic genealogy process known as IgG. DC Moore, aka the DNA detective, says the innovative approach is often used in cold cases.
Very recently, investigative genetic genealogy was used to solve the Moscow, Idaho 4 murders, where the 4 college students were killed by Brian Kohberger. The 3 largest companies have barred law enforcement from using their databases. So we are limited to the 3 smallest genetic genealogy databases, which have less than 2 million people in them. If I was Savannah or her close family members, I would be absolutely begging these big databases like Ancestry DNA and 23andMe to allow the DNA found at that crime scene to be compared against the profiles there.
Are you getting closer? I think we are.
News Nation investigative reporter Brian Enton has been on the story since Nancy's disappearance 18 days ago.
There's no blocking evidence or just crazy.
Brian spoke with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, who's facing growing criticism on how he's handled the high-profile case and his use of their private lab in Florida for DNA testing.
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. Would he have time to dye his mustache, though? Look, honestly, would he have time to dye his mustache? How long do it take to dye hair? I never did it before. So we may be able to actually, take him out of the picture unless it was like some of that fun dye stuff. I mean, they got Walmart stuff. They got Walmart backpack, Walmart gloves. Could have been Walmart hair dye, instant dye, or some stuff like that. I don't know, anyway. And it looked like it had a little bit of red, and we'll get into that.
Using the federal lab in Monaco, Virginia.
Why did we give ours to our lab? Because it's what we've done for years, and our lab's always done well.
And could there be more clues hidden in this image?
Yes.
The sheriff telling NBC News that the chilling security camera footage may have revealed that the suspected kidnapper was wearing a...
You know what they head down tell me? I hate to do that. That's not a because he got his mask on. Why would he walk with his head down? Ain't no need. It's no need. You walk with your head down when you don't have a mask. He's that man.
Under his glove. Nancy's Google Nest camera provided the disturbing images of the alleged kidnapper that generated nearly 50,000 leads. Google released those images even though Nancy didn't have a current subscription to the service.
There's other cameras. We've asked the Google, hey guys, can you do this? And they said the very same thing. Sheriff, we don't think we can get anything, but we'll try. How long can this go on for in terms of the investigation?
Man, why won't they be able to get anything? It don't make sense. What's wrong with going to your houses and getting that?
Have had a grievance against Savannah. Have the time to ask that question, motive, is when we actually know who's done this. So, yeah, I get the speculation, but yeah, for me, I just looked at it and said from day one that Nancy was removed from her home against her will.
Right. Okay.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Tonight,
A possible break in the abduction case.
since the release of these chilling images from the night of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, authorities say tips have been pouring in.
How often is video a breakthrough for investigators?
There is video everywhere.
It's a striking new image of the kidnapped suspect at the home of Savannah.
Stay with me here. We Stay with me here. We just received new video that actually shows this subject right here on the screen approaching the... Stay with me here. We just Stay with me here. We just received new video that actually shows this subject right here on the screen approaching the home of Nancy Guthrie. Watch this with me, Kelly, if you can. You can see his head appears to be bent, bowed over. He's looking down at the ground. And this, I'm guessing here that this is happening before the moment where we saw him searching for some type of brush to cover the camera. What do you see?
I think I know what's going on here. I think I know exactly what's going on here. They were put up to that. Whoever did that, what's her name? Tomasa and Annie. I think that they were threatened. I think they were blackmailed, which is a very common thing. Just because people don't hear about it don't mean it's not there. It's not just a movie thing. This is real. I think they were blackmailed to do this. And I think somebody was already in the house. And they wanted to set him up to where it looked like he did it. So that just in case they wouldn't get caught. I think they were put up to it. I can tell the flashlight walking up to the house all slow and stuff. Cause if you think about it, if you're going in to snatch somebody, this is what I would do. But I would run up to it. I just go in, I kick the door down. I wouldn't walk up all slow like, I don't know, man. I'm scared as hell. And if y'all go back and look at them doorbell, them ring bells, and go and see what side her husband used to walk on when they walk up to the house. Let me check this one out, y'all.
Service Titan really helped us to get where we were doing things on a daily basis versus 2 and 3 weeks behind. So of course in turn that increased our revenue significantly.
A lot of people use software in the industry, but
He planned everything in darkness. He executed his operation before sunrise when the neighborhood slept and streets were empty. He wore a mask to hide his face. He wore gloves to prevent fingerprints. He carried a backpack filled with whatever tools his plan required. He had a gun in a holster strapped to his body ready for use, if circumstances demanded it. He disconnected security cameras systematically. He disabled monitoring systems with precision. He thought about exposure from almost every conceivable angle that could create risk or leave evidence connecting him to what he was about to do. But before all of that careful planning, before the mask and the gloves in the pre-dawn darkness, before approaching Nancy Guthrie's door with a gun on his hip, he went shopping. And the place he chose to shop may be the single decision that leads investigators directly to his identity. He shopped at Walmart, not at multiple specialty stores across different retail categories to avoid creating patterns.
They're not gonna find him by Walmart. They're too smart for that. This guy's standing at the back there with a sniper, watching all his moves. And I think I might have seen him touch his gun. This guy's telling us everything, y'all. He's telling us he ain't got no balls and that he ought to shoot him off. Basically, he just telling us he ain't got no balls, y'all. By putting that gun right there where his nuts at. You can call it what you want. And that's what I believe. Because as the FBI said, or No, her son, the military. Somebody said it. You don't. Even a rookie knows not to put a gun right there. So it's got to be something wrong, right? I think we own to something, y'all. What is this?
For 9 days, the FBI told the public they were looking at one night, one set of images, one moment when a masked figure appeared at Nancy Guthrie's door in Tucson, Arizona. But they weren't telling you everything. New photos obtained from her Nest doorbell camera reveal something far more disturbing. The suspect wasn't just there on February 1st. The morning the 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie vanished. He was there before, days before, without the backpack, without the weapon visible, standing at her door, watching. And then he came back. The search for Nancy Guthrie has now stretched into its 4th week. There is no suspect in custody. There is no proof of life. And these new images suggest something that changes everything we thought we knew about this case. This wasn't random. This wasn't a burglary gone wrong. This was planned. If you stay until the end of this breakdown, you'll understand exactly why FBI agents are now saying this evidence could be the key to finding whoever took her. Let's start with what we actually know. Saturday night, January 31st, 2026. Nancy Guthrie has dinner with her family at her daughter Annie's home in the Catalina foothills, just north of Tucson. It's game night, the kind of ordinary Saturday that millions of families across America have every week. Nancy, who moved to Arizona more than 50 years ago, takes an Uber to her daughter's house around 5:30 in the afternoon. Hours pass. Dinner. Laughter. The comfortable rhythm of family. Around 9:45 that evening, family members drop Nancy back at her own home. It sits on a quiet stretch of property in the foothills. Secluded. Private. The kind of place where neighbors aren't watching your every move. Nancy goes inside. The door closes behind her. And that's the last time anyone in her family sees her. The next morning, February 1st, Nancy is expected at a friend's home to watch a live-stream church service. It is something she does every Sunday. Routine. Predictable. When she does not show up, her friends contact her children. Something is wrong. When authorities arrive at Nancy's home, the scene tells a story she cannot. There is blood on the front porch. Not much, but enough. The blood is tested and confirmed as belonging to Nancy Guthrie. Her phone is still inside the house. So are her medications. Critical medications she needs daily to manage her heart condition and blood pressure. There is a pacemaker in her chest with Bluetooth functionality. And wherever she is, she does not have the medicine she needs to survive. The Pima County Sheriff's Office immediately treats this as an abduction, not a missing persons case, not a wellness check, an abduction. Because the evidence at the scene makes one thing abundantly clear. Nancy Guthrie did not leave on her own. But here's where the investigation takes its first critical turn. Nancy's Nest doorbell camera is missing. It was ripped from its mount and taken. Whoever did this knew the camera was there and wanted it gone. They did not understand how modern surveillance systems work. The FBI
experience Japan on a journey customized to you. Explore futuristic cities and ancient towns. Uncover fascinating insights with a local private guide.
Well, we know he didn't take the camera off.
Traditions in the land of the rising sun. With flexibility.
So it had to be the guy with the gun that came and took the camera off. They had plenty of time. That other guy that ripped as soon as he came to the porch and just busted in there and
Monday CRM is so intuitive, I think it just read my mind. Again. Get out of my head, Monday.
Working with Google, which owns the Nest brand, did something that seemed impossible. They recovered footage from the cloud, footage the suspect thought they had destroyed. On February public. The video shows a figure approaching Nancy's front door in the early morning darkness of February 1st, wearing a ski mask with holes cut for the eyes and mouth. Gloved hands reach toward the camera. A backpack with reflective straps is visible, and visible on the suspect's hip, positioned unusually low between the legs. A holstered weapon. The figure tries to cover the camera with a gloved hand. It does not work. So the suspect grabs branches and foliage from the yard and stuffs them in front of the lens, a desperate improvised attempt to blind the only witness that might identify them. The FBI describes the suspect as male, approximately 5 feet 9 inches to 5 feet 10 inches, with an average build. They identify the backpack as a 25-liter Ozark Trail Hiker pack in black, sold exclusively at Walmart stores. For days, investigators focus on this one set of images, this one morning, this one moment in time. But there was another photo in that batch the FBI released, one that didn't quite match, one that raised questions no one was publicly asking, until now. Sources familiar with the investigation have confirmed to multiple news outlets what careful observers had already noticed. One of the images released by the FBI shows the suspect at Nancy's door without the backpack, without the visible weapon, same mask, same gloves, different day. Former FBI agent Jennifer Coffin-Daffer reacted to the news on social media with 2 words that sum up what investigators are now dealing with. This is huge. For anyone still thinking this was some burglary gone bad, Coffin-Daffer wrote, it absolutely was not. Porch Guy cased the place. He seems like a Brian Koberger type in this way. We know of these 2 instances. Were there any others? Brian Koberger. The name lands heavy. The man accused of stalking and murdering 4 University of Idaho students in 2022. A case where investigators later discovered the suspect had visited the victim's residence multiple times before the night of the killings. Watching, learning, planning. The comparison is chilling, because it suggests a level of premeditation that transforms this case from a possible crime of opportunity into something far more deliberate. Think about what this means. The suspect knew where Nancy lived. He came to her door at least once before the night she was taken. He saw the camera. He retreated. And then he came back, this time prepared to neutralize it. This was not desperation. This was not impulse. This was reconnaissance. And now the FBI is asking neighbors to check their home security systems, going back to January 1st, an entire month before the abduction. If he was there twice that we know of, how many other times was he watching from the shadows? The evidence investigators are working with tells a story of careful preparation and amateur execution. Take the backpack. The Ozark Trail Hiker pack is a budget option, $20 or less at any Walmart in America. Common enough to be nearly anonymous, yet specific enough that investigators are now working directly with Walmart corporate to track purchase records in the Tucson area. Then, there is the holster. A Miami area police officer who analyzed the footage for Fox News identified it as likely a Strategy brand hip holster. $10 at Walmart. But here's what caught his attention. As of his analysis, that particular holster was only in stock at 2 of more than a dozen Tucson area Walmart stores. And the way it is worn suggests something important. The holster sits in an unusual position, centered low between the suspect's legs, rather than on the hip, where most experienced gun owners would place it. It is the kind of placement you see from someone who bought gear at the last minute, someone improvising, someone who may have a plan, but not the tactical experience to execute it smoothly. The gun itself appears to be a Walther semi-automatic, or something similar. That is an unusual pairing with a cheap universal fit holster designed for revolvers with 4 to 6 inch barrels. It is distinctive and memorable, the kind of mismatch that gun store employees would notice. And that is exactly where the FBI has been looking. News reports indicate that agents have visited multiple gun shops in the Tucson area with a list of roughly 40 names and photographs, and they are asking employees if any of these individuals purchased weapons or holsters matching what is seen in the surveillance video. 40 names suggest the FBI has suspects, people of interest they have not publicly identified. Leads are being worked quietly, while the public focuses on the mystery of the masked figure. But the most frustrating piece of evidence might be the gloves. A pair of black gloves was recovered approximately 2 miles from Nancy's home. They appeared to visually match the ones worn by the suspect in the doorbell footage. DNA was extracted, tests were run, and nothing matched. The FBI maintains the CODIS database, which contains over 19 million DNA profiles from known offenders and more than 1 million forensic profiles from crime scenes across the country. In Arizona alone, there...
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's insane. I don't do schedules or timesheets manually anymore. I don't.
You know, them throwing that glove out that window like that, you know what that made me think? That they gone a long way. Mission accomplished. Throw the gloves out, feeling all good. Fire up a cigar. I wonder how far they traveled. You know damn well they ain't crossed the border with her unless she was in the trunk. And I know they checked trunk. So they in the U.S.
Now it takes, what, half a day?
There are more than 434,000 offender profiles. If whoever wore those gloves had ever been arrested and swabbed, there would have been a hit. There was no match. Making matters more complicated, the DNA recovered inside Nancy Guthrie's home is what investigators call mixed. Genetic material from more than one person is intermingled, and that makes clean analysis difficult. Sheriff Chris Nanos told reporters that untangling those profiles could take weeks, possibly months, potentially even a year. Time. Nancy Guthrie may not have. Remember, she is 84 years old, with a pacemaker and heart issues. Without her daily medications, every passing day increases the danger she faces. If she is being held somewhere, her captors would need medical knowledge or access to keep her alive. If she has been abandoned, no one wants to finish that sentence. The family has done everything they can to bring her home. Savannah Guthrie, who stepped away from her duties as co-host of the Today Show, including coverage of the 2026 Winter Olympics, has appeared in multiple video statements alongside her siblings Annie and Cameron. They have pleaded for information. They have addressed whoever may be holding their mother directly. And on February 7th, they said the words, "Every family in this situation dreads having to speak. We will pay." The ransom demands started appearing almost immediately after the story broke nationally. The first note arrived at a local Tucson television station, $6 million in Bitcoin, with a February 5th deadline that would later be extended to February 9th. Both deadlines have now passed. A second note arrived at TMZ, containing what the outlet described as graphic descriptions of consequences if payment was not made. But here's the problem. Investigators have never publicly confirmed that these ransom demands came from whoever actually took Nancy Guthrie. One man has already been charged with sending a fake ransom threat. The FBI says he was trying to profit from the case and had no actual connection to her disappearance. How many other opportunists are out there muddying the waters? How much investigator time has been wasted chasing false leads? The family has received no proof of life. No direct communication they have confirmed publicly. Just silence. Silence, in a case like this, can mean many things. FBI has received over 40,000 tips since February 1st. The National Threat Operations Center has processed more than 19,000 calls specifically related to the Guthrie case. Threat intake examiners are working around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But tips are not leads, and leads are not suspects. 23 days into this investigation, no one has been publicly named as a person of interest. No one has been arrested. The masked figure in the doorbell video remains anonymous, despite having his image broadcast on every news network in America. How is that possible? Consider what we know about him. Average height, average build, face completely covered, gloves preventing fingerprint collection, a backpack and holster available at thousands of Walmart stores nationwide. Nothing about his appearance is distinctive enough to identify him without context. The only way to find this person is through behavior, through purchases, through patterns, through someone who knows him. Recognizing something in the way he moves, the way he prepares, the way he plans. If the suspect was at Nancy's home on multiple occasions, it suggests comfort with that neighborhood, familiarity with the area. He would have needed to know when she was home and when she was not, when family members visited and when they left, the timing of her routine. Did he watch from a parked car on the street? Did he walk the neighborhood like a jogger or dog walker? Did he have a reason to be in that area that would not raise suspicion? Former FBI agent Jason Pack put it bluntly. If it is the same person, it could indicate that the person was there surveilling the place before the abduction happened. Surveillance requires access, it requires time, and it requires a reason no one questioned why he was there. Investigators are now asking residents within a 2-mile radius of Nancy's home to review any surveillance footage from January 1st through February 2nd, looking for suspicious people, unfamiliar vehicles, anything that seemed out of place but did not warrant attention at the time. Somewhere in that footage, on someone's Ring doorbell or security camera or dash cam, there may be more of him. Before the mask, before the gloves, before the plan was set in motion. The search for Nancy Guthrie has expanded rather than narrowed as days become weeks. Ground teams have scoured the desert terrain around Tucson. Volunteers from both sides of the border have joined the effort, including Madres Buscadoras de Sonora, a Mexican nonprofit organization that searches for missing people in the Sonora region.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Oh, man. So, oh, man. I'll be honest, right or wrong, my current evaluation stands. I don't see nobody else with more deeper investigation. I think I've given more information and better information than the FBI have. It's very sad. Very sad. Who knows what's going on? Could it be Savannah's life? Because we all know celebrities have it tough, especially when somebody knows location and that you have money. And then we do have family members who get money hungry and envy. Oh, she paid more attention to your sister. That type of stuff. But honestly, in this case, I really think that the two less able, I want to say, or lower class than Savannah and her mom were being blackmailed. That's what I think. I think they probably tried to pay him first. They didn't want to do it. So they forced him to do it and told him they were going to kill him if they didn't. A plan this big, knowing that it would get this famous, it's worth it to him. forget what they said her diagnosis was. They said it was a heart. Was it a heart disease? Was it a heart problem? I mean, I'm pretty sure she got a heart pacemaker. It's kind of scary, man. But to be honest, I hate to be the one to say it, but I mean, that long a month without her meds. Yeah, I wonder if it could it have been him though. I don't think it was him, cause if he really left all that, I may be wrong about everything, but the sniper in the back. Well, just about everything. It may not be him, but it may be somebody that be with them that actually want to help. But he didn't know nothing about the meds and didn't even think about the meds. If it was Tommaso, it could have been him and not thought about the meds, honestly. Because he don't. Oh, man. That's alright. Everything gonna be alright. God bless you, Nancy Guthrie and her family. And I pray that she be found soon. Amen. I'll be hopping back on live, guys, soon. I'm gonna continue looking into it to see if I can continue doing what I can do, because I'm a child of God and gonna always be. So anything that I can do to help. You know, could possibly lose my life doing this, but the Lord died so that I could live. So why can't I do the same for somebody else? God bless y'all. And good night.